listening to the Morning After podcast.
He kept looking at me like, you have to go to this place, blah, 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 blah. And then looked at Kyle. I was like, I can't go. And he's like, you should go to like Morocco. Or something like that.
I was like,
I would appreciate that. I'd be like, thank you, man. I won't go. I'd be like, that's good to know.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, I was like, I was already on the fence about it, but that kind of pushed me. Yeah, I'm not.
It reminds me of a time when Glenn had this, no, it was Billy. I want to say it was Billy. Billy, in where he lives in Georgia, he said, stop and get gas in Atlanta before you get close to here, because some of the neighborhoods are. You just should stop and get gas in the city. Essentially what he was saying. And I was like,
oh, no.
Oh, damn. I was
That's
like,
really
we in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Kyle, as a POC, it's hard.
So, Johnny, I mean, we've just met the other day,
Yeah.
but
We're best friends, though.
So, thank you. I agree with that. I am half Cuban.
Okay.
So I am a fellow POC.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's
me and
how it
him,
works.
Basically the same.
I'm Jewish.
Yeah, half of that too. I'm half that too.
Yeah, you have So you're full Jewish?
Full Jew. Come on, baby.
Oh, I didn't even know you had gang signs on your arms, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I've gotten 0 jobs from having this too. It's fucked up.
At the audition, you're just like
Not one. Every time
showing the arm.
Mr. Spielberg will see you now.
Yeah.
Do you have to ever cover any tattoos?
Did we cover this? We covered this on the show. This one, I no. I mean, look, on our show, the stakes are pretty low.
Wait, what is that one? I don't have my glasses on. What?
It's a frog looking through an empty wine glass.
Oh.
It's kind of.
What does it mean? Let's talk.
I mean,
about
I say that I slept with a stuffed animal frog when I was a kid.
Ooh, was she thick?
What was her name?
No comment. And and then it, empty wine glass because I'm sober. But truthfully, I just like the design.
So you got that after being sober?
I got this one last year. I've been sober for 6 years.
6 years.
Wow.
6 years, yeah.
That's amazing.
How long you been sober?
Wow, congrats. That's amazing. Seriously.
I'm on like hour 7,
Hour
I think.
7? That's big.
Yeah, I was sipping a little tasty beverage yesterday.
Yeah.
Ooh, were you?
So 6 years sober,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been a part of the entertainment industry your entire life.
Well,
By way of your family, like your pops, you know what I mean? So my question to you is that rough? I don't want to get too deep into like deep shit.
you can ask me whatever you want.
Having that pressure of having like an iconic father, did that contribute to a lot of times when you kick it, you might drink a little too much?
Yeah, for sure. That's honestly a great question. Yes, for sure. I suspect that a large reason towards why I was drawn to abusing substances was because I was like looking for identity and an escape from being so-and-so's son. And yeah, I think it worked for a long time. Worked for a long time, man. Yeah. And then it didn't work anymore.
Yeah. So, okay, but one last serious note and then we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
The moment you realized you had to make a change, what was that? When was that? Did you wake up in a Thailand prison? Like what happened?
Honestly, a week before I got sober, I was in a hospital in Cabo, so that was pretty cool.
Oh shit.
But the truth to that question and in my answer is there was a ton of those moments. And you go like, yeah, I'm done. This is a nightmare. And then you're not done.
Yeah.
So many, like a lot of them involved, near misses of things, nearly getting in trouble and like serious trouble or nearly really, really hurting myself. And then so I think just, the hospital in Cabo was helpful, but I think it honestly just took, cause I remember I was on a spring break trip in Cabo, ended up in the hospital, went out with my like hospital band still on, and was like, I'm so cool. This is so cool. I remember I was like at Squid Row and Mandala being like, ah! and then flew home early because I was like, I'm gonna die here. And then I remember on the plane being like, I'm done. And then I landed, went straight out. It wasn't done. Woke up the next morning, was like, all right, that was a great send off. Like, we're done. Went out 3 more nights. And then I was like, literally like crawled my way into like, I think I literally drove to my parents' house because I was living in LA at the time and was like, I don't know how to stop, but I want to stop. And they helped a lot.
So when you're, because Cabo is a very, very luxurious place. And when you find yourself in a Caboan, is that what it's called? A Caboan hospital?
Perhaps Mexican, I think.
Mexican? Oh, you could say, okay,
Just hospital.
Hospital.
Un hospital.
Is it as luxurious in there as it is in some of these hotels that I'm sure you were staying at?
Well, look, I actually, fun fact, when I would go with my family, I would stay in very nice hotels. They were incredibly done with my bullshit at this time of my life. So I was traveling with a group of friends, and we were staying in one of those hotels that's like in the marina.
Oh, nice.
That has like all inclusive like breakfast with liquid eggs and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think it was like $200 a night, maybe max.
Dude, those places fuck with the alcohols in such a bad way.
Oh, dude, they actually, I'm so glad you said that. I can't remember what they put in there, but they put some sort of like universal like rubbing alcohol.
Ethanol.
Yeah,
Oh
ethanol
my
or something.
They
God.
put ethanol in those bottles.
Yes. So they're like, each day part of your all inclusive is you have a ticket for like 1 or 2 free drinks. And that is more than enough to get you sufficiently messed up. But it's also the type of alcohol where you're not drunk in a fun way. It's really gnarly.
Dude, I drank way too much mezcal when we were in Cabo.
Oh yeah.
And
you want to tell them why?
no, there's no reason why. I was
Tell
just
me
like,
why.
no, we were just like going out, and I was with the girl. She wouldn't mind me telling the story either.
Oh, okay.
But the girl drank a bunch of mezcal as well. We met a dude there, alleged former Navy SEAL, alleged cousin of Pablo Escobar, alleged astronaut, a bunch of wild stuff. But he did have pull at this resort.
Also, nicest guy in the world.
Yes.
And well, like we're sitting down by the pool. I just remember him asking, he's like, "Hey, what do you like to drink?" And I said, "Man, I've been drinking mezcal lately. I want to do a mezcal espresso martini." He finds a random walkie-talkie from one of the servers, grabs it, and orders like 30 of them.
30,
What?
dude.
Yeah, he was like, "Can we get 30?" He's like speaking in Spanish, and then they come out with these trays.
How many of you were there?
We were 7, I think.
Yeah, maybe like 6 or 7 people.
And then
he he was like the mayor there.
3
Yeah.
each. I guess, that's a lot.
So he like also had the chef give us like a personal like private pizza making pasta course lesson, right? So I'm drinking mezcal this whole day. I don't really drink mezcal. I'm not like a big mezcal guy. The girl who was hanging out with us also drinking mezcal. From like 3 to 10 p.m., I could not tell you what happened. Like all I remember is we were trying to like get back to our hotel rooms, and I went into like hero mode. Like remember when Jonah Hill had to like carry Michael Cera because he was like too drunk?
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I gotta carry this girl because she could like, I could barely walk, she could barely walk. I try to go up the stairs and I trip and I drop her and just like throw her basically. She like semi wakes up but then falls back into a drunken stupor or whatever. And then I was like, that's the last time I'm drinking mezcal because it was bad.
Ooh. I mean, blackouts were pretty typical for me. I did that all the time, but I usually was a lone wolf when I did that. So I was the one no one was carrying me home. That's
You know what
needed a Jonah Hill.
I needed. Where's my Jonah?
You know what I find to be really interesting and cool about all of that is that at the end of the day, you are hitting a stride in your life that's so beautiful and so dope, and carving out your own identity. And promoting one like very, very funny show, a second season. It's hard to get a show made. Now you're doing a second season of a show in which you're starring in, writing on, creating. Do you find that it's life has become more fulfilling that way, that you can? Because with me, a lot of times I go, well, if I'm not, like when I'm training and I'm not drinking, I go, I don't want to go out. Like there's no point. I don't know how to have fun without having a drink. You know, do you find that now you're like, okay, I'm having fun now. I'm in the, Completely. In fact, I say this all the time. I have more fun sober than I ever did drinking, for sure. And that sounds like a line you'd hear in an AA meeting, but it's true. And look, my hat's off to people that can drink and still have fun. The statement I'm making isn't like, without alcohol, you will have more fun. But for me specifically, like, oh yeah, and I go out more than I did back then. It's just a different type of going out. I don't really go to clubs or somebody has like a table. I'm not doing that, but I will go to a bar with friends that has, pool and darts, or I'll go do karaoke, or I'll go, I'll do whatever. You single?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? You're single. Yeah, because your name is out here. Bruh, people used to always say to me, hey man, I'm on Raya, and every time I go on, I match with a girl, it says people in common, Lamorne. I match with everybody. But I don't actually go out with 1% of them. How's the dating scene for you?
Oh God. Raya is such a nightmare. That place, yeah. Look, I try to treat Raya like social media. Like where I'm just like, oh, hey, I found funny, or hey, oh, an old friend. Oh, well, yeah, we'll do it. But I'm not on there like, who's my next girlfriend? Yeah. That's
who's the new victim.
Yeah. But I it's like I have been single for long enough now that it's not, and also I feel like in sobriety and just after my last relationship, I'm not like, there's a slightly more intention involved now. I don't want to like sit here and pretend like I'm like perfect, but it's like more intentional. And so a place like Raya, I find it gets a lot of like social marketing, you know what I mean? And also then it ends up being a very small pool of people on there too.
Yeah, of legit people. Because it used to be this verification process that you could guarantee that these people were authentically who they were, industry related at some point. But now what's so interesting is that sometimes when you're scrolling through, you're like, prostitute.
Ooh, kindergarten teacher.
And then you match with them, and then it's what it is. They'll like ask like almost like pricing you.
Oh,
and asking weird questions. And
I haven't
like,
had that experience.
You gotta,
they like you better than they like me.
You gotta slide your age thing up. Put that thing up to 50. You'll have some fun.
My age thing is up. My age thing is up there.
Past 50?
Yeah, I think it's now. I moved it because mine was at like 27 and up or something like that.
Yeah,
27 to like 45.
27 to Biden. That's my age. That's my age group.
Kyle likes older women. Kyle,
I don't mind older women.
Well, hold on, because he says you like them, and I'm inclined to believe him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kyle likes.
I don't discriminate. Listen. Again,
what do you like about older women?
Again, guys, person of color, POC. I don't discriminate, okay? Anyone can come through, check in, check out.
Here's the thing with older women that Kyle likes, and this is what he's told me on numerous occasions.
Okay. Yeah.
He loves the older the better, because once they hit a certain age, all you have to do is fill their prescriptions, and they're good to go. Like run to CVS real quick, drop it off. Maybe drop off some dick.
I can't fuck that up.
You can't fuck that up.
I could fuck that up. Picking up a prescription?
Yeah.
That sounds like something I could definitely fuck up. For sure.
They're just fun. Older women are fun. They'll like talk history with you. And like,
when I was fucking Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. Hey, I'm down for those stories. I want to hear those stories.
That would be very, that's wow. That age.
But yeah, we're all single right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we got to go to Cabo, guys.
I find, what's weird? I don't know if you guys, this has suddenly turned into a dating podcast, but
we're trying to get you out here, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to not be out there.
Yeah.
Is like, I feel like as I've gotten older, the part that's the hardest is when you go on a couple dates with someone and you're in that area of like back in the day when I was younger and it's a little, I don't even know why, but it's just you do that thing where you're like, you're my girlfriend now. Like you're my, like we're like, should we be boyfriend, girlfriend? And then there's like an age where I think the sort of equivalent of that is saying like we're exclusive now,
Yeah.
But
that's difficult because I'll find myself engaging in multiple dates with a person, and you don't know when, because I'll be honest, I'm not the most vocal person as far as emotions go and like what I need from this person, whether we're exclusive now or not. I'm not the most. So there are times where I'm just going through the motions, dating this person and having a great time. But then because I haven't committed, if they like, oh, I'm hanging out with a buddy tonight, that means it's a guy.
You're like, what?
A friend. I go, that means it's a guy. And I go, I can't feel some type of way, right? Because we haven't said the words.
Yeah.
And to me, that's so stupid.
The worst is like what like you're saying there, when you're in that time period where you want to ask her like, hey, what are we? And it's happened before where I've like, clearly I'm about to say it. And I'm like, hey, what are we? And she's like, no, don't. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I don't know where you go from there.
Her friends.
But then if you don't say that, then they're like, you're not telling me how you feel enough. You're not emotional enough. Like, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, I'm not Mel Gibson and What Women Want. I can't literally read your thoughts.
Yeah.
Great reference.
Yeah. I love that movie.
But I do think that there's
Hate the guy. Love the movie. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah. Thank you for clarifying. I do think there's a moment where it's kind of unspoken, where you're like, okay, if I was going on dates with other people now, this would be shitty. But it's like, it's so, like, having that conversation is awkward. Being like, hey, I don't know.
Have you ever? I've had this happen to me on numerous occasions where you're vibing with somebody. In the beginning, they're pretending as if they don't know anything about you. Right? You meet a person who's just like, we don't know anything. And then later on, it starts to come out when they start dropping these subtle things about you. And you're
dude.
like, oh, you clearly know who I am.
Oh, yes, 100. Yes, I'm actually elated to share in that experience.
Oh, let's go.
Yes, I've had, this was a while ago, but I was like, it started seeing, and you know what I find is usually the thing now that it's kind of like the first red flag is when it's like, I don't really watch TV. I don't really like, honestly, I'm so sorry. Like I've never heard of anything. Like I don't know a lot of the times. And look, I'm not trying to blanket statement this, but like a lot of times, like without being prompted, someone to me will be like, I don't even know who your dad is. Yeah. And I'm like, well,
clearly you
know something.
Yeah. I saw The Outsiders. Yeah. I know who he is.
But yes, and then I've lived that experience out where all of a sudden, you're like a few weeks in, and you're realizing they knew a little bit more than they let on.
Has it happened where you've seen like a girl text with her friend, but then it's the wrong person? She's like, I just went out with Wesley Snipes, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm not Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
Nestle Snipes. I'm not.
That would be sick. If
she thought I was Wesley Snipes.
I would say honestly, I've never had anybody mix me up with Wesley Snipes.
That's fair.
But
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see why that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that one hasn't happened to me yet.
I don't think it's a spoiler because this movie's been out now for a bit. But did you see Deadpool Wolverine yet?
No, but I spoiled it for myself. I Googled stuff. I'm one of those people. I know.
That movie was sick.
I'm going to go watch it, though.
We saw it. It was so fun.
When Wesley...
Oof.
Yes.
When he came out,
yeah,
the whole theater started screaming.
Was he the most... the one people went the craziest
he was.
for?
Yeah, because people were going, there were some other ones. No,
there's a bunch.
They went crazy for him, but there were a few more. And a few more reveals that were hilarious.
Yeah.
That were extreme is the word I would use.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. You know what I read today actually is that they
don't lie. You don't be reading.
Yeah, what?
You don't be reading.
I was told you didn't read.
God, if you can read one page from a Harry Potter book,
I know that well.
50. They approached Nick Cage about reviving his Ghost Rider role, but they just couldn't make it happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That would have been a
He's
crazy one.
busy with something right now.
yeah,
Nick
he's doing.
Cage.
What is
What is he
Nick
busy
Cage
with?
doing?
He's doing something with an Emmy nominee.
Yeah,
He's got a
it's
project.
it's a project he's
What
doing
is
called
it?
Spider Noir.
got,
yes.
how do you know so much
Yeah.
about that?
I don't know. One of my friends is in it, and he's an Emmy nominated actor. Handsome, medium build as far as penis.
Okay.
Malcolm Barrett.
Fuck you.
No. Shit.
Adwin Brown.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, yeah, he's busy. He's busy. What I find to be crazy and odd about actors that of his ilk. I know me when I get busy, I get fairly stressed out.
Oh, busy work wise.
Busy
Oh, I
work-wise.
thought you meant like when you get busy.
No, I don't get stressed out then.
Oh.
I'm in and out. I get what I get and I leave.
In and out.
In and out. Quick.
I can relate. Yeah.
30 seconds of fun for both of us.
30?
Well, that's
That's a
pushing it. I
long
might be pushing
time,
it. Yeah, I
dude.
might be pushing it. No, but when I get really busy, I get stressed out. And like, especially when it's like a busy season. We were just talking about this offline when we were talking about doing press. You have a shoot here, a shoot there, and it gets crazy. Somebody like Nick Cage, who is always shooting movies, now shooting a series, I'm sure doing animation, I'm sure doing everything else. I don't know how he manages that. How do you, especially like now in this busy time, in this busy season, how are you managing your time?
First of all, I don't think I've ever been like Nick Cage busy, even close to that. But
Yeah, you have.
I think
In time.
I think it's always a grass is greener thing, and I'm trying to change that for myself. Where when I'm super busy, I'm going like, I really need a vacation. Like I can't wait for a break. And then the minute that comes, I kind of go stir crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish I had something to focus on to sink my teeth into. So I am trying to learn to like take stock. But I do know that when I am busy, I like it. I know that much. I don't get you get stressed. I get overwhelmed. I guess those are kind of the same things. I can get overwhelmed very easily, and I don't do a great job of balancing my social life when I'm busy. Then I just shut down, which is not good.
You know what I love about Unstable is more than the show itself was the moment I got a chance to be in a scene with you and your dad at the same time, because I got to see your because I watched the first season and I was like, that would be hilarious if this is how they really were. And then
The relationship.
The
you're talking about.
relationship.
Yeah.
And then you meet them and then you're on set with them and you go, oh no, oh no, look what they're doing. Like, this is awesome. Like
I would say our relationship is actually almost more tame on screen.
really,
Honestly.
Wow.
Just because I think if I think it's marginal, but I think if we were to do it to 100% accuracy, people would be concerned. I genuinely believe that. I really do believe that.
I remember there was a moment where I think they even added it in it's season 2. There's an episode where he's telling you should get a haircut.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where he was, I think Rob was telling Johnny,
Yeah.
you should get a haircut.
He called me today to tell me I need to get a haircut this morning. I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. He called me this morning and was like, man, like, no wonder you're not working in your hiatus. Your hair looks like shit. I was like, what are you talking about? Sorry, I don't have a game show I'm hosting in Ireland right now.
Is that what he's doing? Is that what
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
super
doing
cool.
his game show right now.
Oh,
I'm not advertising his show.
no, don't advertise his show.
Just bleep that out.
So you, as a writer, as an actor, for me personally, I love doing everything. Like
Same.
I love hosting. I love doing animation, voiceover. If it's entertaining and
Creative.
creative,
Yeah.
I want to do it. Is that how you feel? Have you done any hosting?
100%.
Okay.
I like to work.
Yeah.
And I was just having this conversation actually with my manager where I was saying like, I really honestly don't care about the size of my involvement in something. I care about the quality, but like I'll do anything. I'm I would be an extra in like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, I think. I would literally like
No, you wouldn't.
I think I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would want to see it.
I've seen where you live. It's too nice.
Okay, so then more so just like holistically speaking, I would, I am such a fan. I'm so shocked that I get paid to do what I do, that I think holding on to that mentality helps me go, like, when anything comes in, I'm like, yeah, it sounds fun.
Absolutely. Okay, so we do this thing on our podcast where we poll the fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we, like, sometimes we'll do it together.
Sometimes individually.
Yeah.
But we just love polling them. And we said, you're coming on the show. So we polled them while thinking of you.
Yeah.
You're pulling them while thinking of me?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's usually how it works. Like, I get so excited about the guest that I'm all I'm thinking about is them, even while polling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll pull a bunch of people while you're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so we can get like a good group, a good amount of questions. We got to poll a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they forget who we're polling, sometimes in the act of polling, we have to say your name out loud.
I'll like scream it out.
Yeah.
You'll say it out loud.
Yeah.
You'll scream it.
I'll scream it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna ask some of the questions that they
Sure. Yeah, the fans got from
What's a hobby that might be kind of embarrassing, but that you secretly want to try?
Okay. So this is something that I haven't tried yet.
Yes.
Kind of embarrassing. I'm just not embarrassed by a lot of stuff. Maybe like the cheese run thing.
The
I've
cheese
seen online.
run?
You know the cheese run
The
thing?
cheese run?
Where
What is
they roll
that?
the block of cheese down the hill and people chase it.
What in the caucasity are you
Where's
talking
that?
about?
Where's that?
It's in Europe.
Of course. I was about to say like Ireland, probably.
Yeah.
my
I tried to
guess.
think of something embarrassing. That's honestly pretty embarrassing. I was gonna say, what's it called, where you spin clay on a wheel?
A sculpt?
Oh, pottery?
Pottery? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a pottery class this week. Actually,
Well, hold on. I could see that because I've seen your art collection.
I do paint.
It is
Oh,
your
nice.
art collection is crazy.
Thank you.
Dude, we have some empty walls
I know.
behind
I gotta
you.
put something.
We would love something.
I would gift you guys a piece
Mm.
easy for
Dude,
sure.
Please do so.
Okay, I will.
Please do so. And honestly, make it so it encompasses all things color. Because again, we're two PLCs
Sure.
just doing a podcast.
People need to know.
People need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly feel really safe right now.
That's great. That's the environment we try to put out.
Oh, 100%. I don't know. I think for me, a hobby that's embarrassing, and I don't know why, but I have this obsession with watching that pimple popper lady.
Oh no.
And when she cuts open like cysts
I don't
and
like
like
that.
squeeze the stuff.
Oh,
I don't like
God.
that.
Like I would. I would want to.
You want to see that in person?
I want to do it. I want to take a scalpel to somebody's back when they got one of them big lumps looking like the Hunchback of
No.
Notre Dame.
No.
Looking like, I want to cut one of them open.
When those videos show up on my feed, I have to skip them. They gross me out.
The fact that they're
Yeah.
showing up on your feed means you like them.
No, they're gross, bro.
That would
Ew,
be what I would do.
no. I hate those
Because there's like more than what you might think is in there.
Ew.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
my
It's
God.
like a nest. It's like I saw a man
Oh.
had a bird's nest in his back.
Dude.
Oy.
Guys,
I said, oh, there's a little dove.
speaking of finding things in there, I saw a crazy article the other day.
You got to read that.
Okay. This Vietnamese man, 31,
Oh no.
shoved a eel up his butt.
Sure.
Okay.
And what went wrong?
It started eating his rectum.
Oh, shit. That's
When-
one in a million.
Yeah.
though. You
Dude,
do that.
went into his eating his colon. Okay.
How long was it alive in there?
Dude. Then the doctors had to open him up, his like abdominals, to open him up, pull it out. The issue was he had also shoved a lime up there in the beginning.
And that pissed the eel
that was
off.
blocking. And they had to pull both of that out through the front.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, see, it's funny. Is like makes sense that the lime was in there because like you can't do both.
No.
You do the eel, like the eel's gonna see the lime.
Yes.
And it's gonna get mad. But if you just do the eel, that almost never happens. No, almost never.
Wait, what do you mean? You've
Come again?
oh, I forgot you grew up in Hollywood
Yeah.
circles. Yeah,
What-
yeah.
is this weird?
These initiations,
Yeah.
I forgot.
No, it's like
This is what Ryan Garcia was talking about.
Cat Williams was speaking on.
What's something you're glad your mom doesn't know about you? And she probably won't see this, so feel free.
Sure. Yeah, well, I said I feel safe here.
Yeah, you should.
Something I'm glad my mom doesn't know about me. I forget sometimes to open a window when I'm painting, and she's very, very mad about me for doing that. Apparently, the fumes from painting.
will.
Over time, it might cause some issues for you.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
ED.
Very scandalous answer for you guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Wasn't very scandalous.
You never seen these fumes, baby. These fumes,
Dude,
get
you
it
know-
popping in there.
Larry, something you're glad your mom doesn't know?
Something I'm glad my mom doesn't know. She'll know now. I have no real intentions on stopping swearing.
Oh,
I don't. I tell my mom all the time. I'm like, you're right. I'm gonna stop. But it's like my safety blanket. My mom my mom the other day, she was watching Kimmel, and so she told me that I should probably lay off the swearing as much, right? Even when she was there, I was doing it, and I was doing it in front of her, and I just feel like if I'm going, I'm just going, and I don't care, whatever, right? So she texts me, she sends me a voice note, and she's like, you don't have to swear, and she starts singing. You don't have to do that, and it doesn't make you funnier. It just makes you less funny. And
She made up a whole song?
She was
Whoa.
so mom was just like destroying me in a text, and I was like, she's on to something. I think it is my fallback.
that's honestly
Wow.
relatable because my mom says that stuff
Yeah.
too. Yeah, and I do swear a lot.
I swear a ton.
It's so much fun.
I know, because honestly, here's the way I look at swearing. I know biblically and all those things, and morally, I guess. But these are letters that somebody put together in a row and said, this means this. Don't say it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well.
Yeah.
Like, well, fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Unless something carries like a historical connotation.
Right. Like if something is like, if you're out here dropping the N-word to people and calling people like homophobic slurs, those I get because they come with like a meaning behind
Exactly,
it, directed at the thing that you are known for.
But like, fuck.
Fuck yeah, how is that hurting somebody?
Nah.
Shit in a pile, shit in a blanket,
Yeah.
wrap that blanket up, hit a motherfucker in the face. Why is
Yeah.
that bad?
You should send that back to your mom.
Mom, there's nothing
Fuck
wrong with
shit
saying
shit in a blanket.
I do like when foreign people, like you hear foreign people curse, but they mix it up.
Yeah.
And they're like, you shit piss. Fuck you, man. And you're like, I think it's the piece of shit. It's kind of sounded good. You're shit piss. So my mom, I love my mom. And I talk to my mom almost every day.
We love our moms too. We
And
don't have
the
to
fuck
say-
you think this
what
is?
the hell was that? Are you serious, bro? Like, why'd you have to do that to us? Big dog us
The
like that?
vibe I got was,
I love my mom.
In front of our moms? Yeah, he's like, well, personally over here, I love my
I talk to
mom.
my mom every single day.
Yeah, we love our moms too.
But my mom is a talker.
Okay.
And she could go on for minutes, hours.
Yeah.
So sometimes she doesn't know that I put me on mute, and I'll just be like doing things.
Oh yeah.
And then every like 5 minutes or so, I'll unmute and I'll go, yeah, I see. Well, that's interesting. And then I'll mute again.
And then
she
go about.
doesn't know I do that. She has literally no idea.
She's like,
Well, now she does.
she's calling him. She's like,
Nah, she
your-
don't watch our show.
Your dad's moving out. He's like, interesting.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
No. It's like fun, mom, fun.
That
fun.
sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. Anyways, I gotta
Should have
run.
done it years ago. Who is the best action comedy duo of all time?
Oh my gosh.
Action
This is
comedy
for you film
duo.
That's
film people out there.
Ooh,
It's
this
pretty
is rough.
specific, at least is what I like. Action comedy.
Yeah, action comedy.
That's got to be Martin and Will Smith.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
That
Martin Will
is
Smith.
great.
Or
That is great.
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
I was gonna say Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. I mean, Rush Hour and what is it? No, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's
But
Rush
there
Hour
was
was
a
the only ones they
sequence of them.
The only movies
Yeah.
they done?
together.
Yeah.
I would have to say, and here's why I would say Rush Hour, because it's obviously it's got a lot of action. It's got as much action as Bad Boys, but I would say the characters in Rush Hour are just more on the surface funny. They don't take themselves like Will Smith, like in the movies. They took themselves so like seriously. I think Bad Boys is better acted, but I think Rush Hour is funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad Boys is a more serious movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But is there? I mean, I'm not sure how many other options there are.
I mean, there's Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, there's Dennis Rodman and
I
Jean-Claude
would
Van
appreciate
Damme.
if you took this seriously.
Oh yeah, Lethal
Okay.
Weapon, Danny Glover.
Okay.
Where you pivoted. I like that you had to use that. Fine.
Okay. There is Jason Statham.
and who?
Jason Statham. He don't need a partner.
And one of them girls
you
he
could
with.
yeah, like there's like The Rock and Kevin Hart. I guess.
Oh God.
The
no.
Rock and Kevin Hart. That's a good one.
The Rock
but
and
but I
Kevin
don't.
Hart.
But they're not better than
Chris
Jackie
Tucker and
Tucker.
Jackie
They're not better
Chan.
than
No,
Eddie
no.
Murphy, Nick Nolte in 48 Hours.
No.
I don't think.
Shanghai Nights.
Yeah, what was that? Is that Owen
Wilson?
Wilson
And Jackie.
Jackie, that's up there for me too. That's what I
Yes.
was thinking of. Yeah.
Ooh, action comedy.
They're so good in that one.
But there needs to be more than one thing, people, because there's been like a duo that's hit really hard once. You got like, oh, you know who might be up there? I don't know if you can count it as action comedy.
Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum.
Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, because you
Ooh.
have
they do breakdance fighting.
because you have Zoolander and you have Starsky and Hutch.
Oh,
Is that them, right?
Starsky
Yeah.
and Hutch is so good. I love that movie.
Underrated movie.
Very
Yeah.
underrated.
Yeah.
extremely underrated. I don't remember it. I'm sure
You
it was
don't
great.
remember it?
I remember the movie, but I don't remember specifics about it.
We
been a
saw
while.
Vince Vaughn at the fights
I
on
love
Saturday
Vince Vaughn
night.
so much.
Yeah, I was scared to talk to him.
Were
Yeah,
you?
that was
He'd
a
be a
cr-
guy I would. Yeah, there'd be some like childhood, like nostalgia factor for me there, where I'd be like, oh wow, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say hi.
He's apparently lovely.
Apparently, yeah, he was talking to everybody.
He was very,
like
yeah.
social butterfly. I was like, God damn, that was Vince Vaughn.
What's your favorite Vince Vaughn performance?
Old school.
Mm.
Is it old school? No.
Is it lame to say swingers?
No.
No, that's a great performance of his. Old School's great. Honestly, he's great in Starsky and Hutch as Reese,
He's really good as
whatever
the
that
bad
guy's
guy.
name is. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Was he like
in
a
that.
pimp in that one? Or was he a drug dealer? What was-
He's the bad
Oh
guy.
no,
yeah.
when he's in Be Cool or
Be
Be
Cool.
Shorty or whatever.
One of those
Get Short-
movies.
He's
Be
hilarious
Cool.
as the pimp in that.
Yeah, him in that is one of my favorite Vince Vaughn performances. But I want to say old
Honestly, I'm gonna say this now because they're gonna be up there. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
It's one movie,
school. Ooh.
but fair.
If they do multiple, I think what we should take into consideration are the folks that work with the same person as a duo in multiple movies, even if it's part of the same franchise. So you got
Yeah.
your Jackie Chan and your Chris Tucker. You got your Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. You got your Rock and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Who else did we say? Oh, Will Smith and Martin. Eddie Murphy and Martin. I only know of them from Life together. I don't know. I'm not sure what else, but action. We keep saying action. That's right.
Yeah,
Action, yeah.
I think it's Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan. I
Yeah.
think we all agree.
What's your favorite Lamorne performance?
This is a good one. I mean, it could be an array of things. It could be all of my Emmy snubbed performances.
think-
Yeah.
Obviously Fargo, but that's like a dramatic thing, which I
Yeah.
think was awesome.
Pretty lame. You picked the only one he got nominated for an Emmy for.
Game Night was a really
That
good.
was probably going to be my answer.
Bloodshot. I also thought was really fun, just because you got to play like a character that's so not
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun.
Unstable.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Unstable. Dude, Lamorne, you
What's
in
my
season
character's
1
name?
of Unstable are great.
Peter.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah, no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I go ahead and then I'll.
No. Say whatever.
No, I was gonna say I had a lot of fun working on Unstable.
Yeah.
It was interesting because everybody was just kind of like, do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah.
You trust your instincts,
Yeah.
bro. And I was like, seriously? What's on your bucket list of sporting events or concerts you have to see live?
Ooh.
I feel like you've been to a lot of concerts.
I've been fortunate. I've been to a lot of sporting events and concerts. I would say I'd like to go to the World Cup. I haven't done that.
Nice.
That would be cool.
Me too, dude.
That would be really cool.
So you're a soccer fan?
I'm a soccer fan in the sense that I'm not like I have a friend who's like a diehard like Tottenham fan. He can name every player. I'm not like that learned, but I know the teams. I know the different leagues. I
Nice.
know I know who the big stars are when it's like the World Cup or the Euro Cup. But
Okay.
So fair weather fan.
Fair weather fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan at all. Like I don't.
Well,
know
I could
shit
tell
about
because
it.
you called it soccer. So
It's football.
Well, no, it's football if you live somewhere else. But this is
Football.
America, motherfucker. Roll with it or
Right.
get rolled over. USA.
Ooh, there's a nice echo.
USA. Football.
think I've been to-
Wearing a helmet, gridiron.
brain damage. CTE.
That's real
Aaron
football.
Hernandez. Come on, man. Dude, he has a new movie coming out on Hulu.
My friend's
Ray
in it.
Rice, Aaron
Yeah.
Hernandez. Yeah, I saw.
Oh, is he playing?
My friend plays Tim Tebow in that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Shout out
Really?
Patrick. Yeah.
What? Shout out to
I'm gonna
Patrick.
watch that.
His name's Patrick.
His name's Patrick.
I got a history with Patricks.
Oh.
Anyway,
Why
Wait,
don't
what
you
was the
just say
question
it?
again? Sorry.
Just call him out. Patrick, fuck you, man.
What was the question again, Lamorne?
because you fucked my. What's on your bucket list of sporting events or concerts you have to see live?
Oh. Can we go back in time?
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
Well, because I would have liked to have seen the Creed halftime Super Bowl performance.
Oh. Can you take me higher? You're flat.
Sorry.
ooh, damn.
I don't know why my bit has been to bully you. I'm so sorry. And I want to say something real quick. To be real, I really like your mustache, and I mean that.
Thanks, dude.
I think I like it.
You know what's so funny is that the mustache is very 50-50.
What does that mean?
People love it,
Oh,
people hate it,
polarizing.
but there's no middle ground.
Yeah, I'm not like. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, they don't like it.
No, I like the mustache.
Do the ladies like it?
Honestly, most of
or
the
the
time,
fellas?
yes. It's like 80-20. What would be the worst fictional city to live in?
Wow, there's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many actually. Now that I think about it,
What comes to mind?
I could tell you one that comes to mind is Toontown. That'd be strange because you got fucking coyotes always doing dumb shit. Bugs Bunny always
Yeah.
pulling hijinks. I'm
That's
like,
true.
I just want to go to sleep. And then I lay on the ground. All of a sudden, it's a 100-foot hole.
yeah.
They just cut the
Yeah, I'm like, gee. I'm driving. All of a sudden, there's a mountain. I'm like, what?
yeah.
It's just instant death all the time.
No, but you never die. That's the fun part.
Remember that movie Free Guy?
Yes.
I don't want to live in that city.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a world where Ryan Reynolds can do all those things. either. I would say like, maybe any of the city. And I haven't seen many of them, but any of the cities in those superhero movies.
Okay.
Metropolis or
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
Gotham,
they
yeah.
are. Like, yeah. I mean, at least Gotham, because I've seen the Batman trilogy, the Nolan one. Like, at least someone's protecting them.
yeah.
But I think in like the Avengers movies, they just level cities.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
And
yeah.
like, and you never hear one. There's never one news report in the background. It's like 5 million people died last night. 5 million.
Yeah.
You know, like a laser beam shot. I don't know how far their laser eyes go. Like, you fucking level an entire city. That seems like some bullshit to me.
Oh yeah, they get destroyed, and that's not something we talk about often.
No, I'm trying. Yeah, the
the amounts
citizen
of
erasure
death.
in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those Zack Snyder movies,
Yeah.
the death tolls are like 20 million. All right, I got two cities here. We're going to nerd out a little bit. Raccoon City, which
Again,
is from...
racist. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
no.
Yeah.
No, Raccoon City. It's from the Evil Dead, Resident Evil movies.
Resident Evil. It's called Raccoon City.
Yeah.
They cheaped out. That's
Yeah,
a
you
weird
could have
name.
just said the Resident Evil cities.
Yeah.
I would know that.
Yeah, it's called Raccoon City. There you go.
There were zombies and shit.
Yeah, you don't... Imagine living in that world.
No.
That would
Oh, yeah.
suck.
That would.
But
that
I
be
would
bad.
just, that might make it easier for me. I would just
Really?
be like, I opt to die quickly. You know?
Oh, so you can just go get your back eaten out by a by a zombie. Get
Jake
Damn.
Johnson get his butt eaten out by a zombie. Call back to episode 1. Do you think you would do well in a zombie apocalypse world?
No. I'm a hothouse flower. I would be, if I wasn't born in the era I was born in, I would be dead fast, very fast. Zombie situation, I'm fucked. It's over for me.
It depends on which zombies you're getting. Because if you're getting
Okay.
Walking Dead zombies, you're not fucked. If you're getting
Yeah,
28 Days Later zombies or World War Z, those things run like
That's
Usain
true.
Bolt.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I don't want... No.
Can you imagine Usain Bolt as a zombie? You're just like, just kill me, nigga. Kill me.
We would have to get him back in the Olympics.
I know. He would kill the competition. Blood clotting.
Is that your impersonation of Chet Hanks?
That's my Chet Hanks
That's your
impression
Chet.
for sure.
Yeah, true.
Chetana.
Yeah, I could survive not in the 28 days later one, like that type
No,
of world.
those are scary ones.
Those are scary. In Walking Dead, yeah, because if you watch Walking Dead, them motherfuckers still walking. They just be walking. Every episode, they just walking.
It's the people that are scary in The Walking Dead. I think.
It's the civilizations that are Negan and his gang. They're just a bunch of dickheads.
Which is kind of a lesson in there somewhere, that it's really us that will. When you think about it, it's pretty deep.
Guns don't kill people.
No,
Bullets do.
What was
Unless
the
you
question?
hit somebody
What was your
real
second
hard
city?
with a
God damn it!
This is also very nerding out, but
Roku City.
Roku City.
Sim City.
In Star Wars, Mustafar would be a horrible place to live on because it's literally just lava. You couldn't do shit.
What the fuck is Moose?
What about
Tatooine?
Tatooine, I know that. And isn't there one called like Naboo?
Oh, no, Naboo is sick though.
Okay, I just know that that's a name of one.
Naboo is
Wake
like
me up when you guys are done shoving eels up your ass.
I'm never gonna be done doing that, baby.
Do you like
can
Star
stay
Wars,
asleep.
Johnny, or no?
I'd be lying if I said I was a huge Star Wars guy, but I
Okay.
really liked the video games, Battlefront.
Oh, sick.
played a
Okay,
lot
yeah,
of
Battlefront
Battlefront.
2 and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fun.
But I was not a big Star Wars guy. I'm not a big sci-fi guy, honestly.
What?
Really?
No.
The Matrix? No.
I love The Matrix.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I like The Matrix. I watch them. I get down, but like, I'm not like. That's why I struggle with the Marvel catalog, because I'm like, and I'm not a hater. I'm not one of those people that's like, these aren't movies. I'm just it's not totally my thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with them.
Are you?
I love Marvel movies. Not all sci-fi movies. I've never seen a single Star Wars.
Whoa.
Not one. But anything else I've seen. Like I love Harry Potter, Lord of the
Harry
Rings.
Potter. Okay, well, actually, I had Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to town on. I think those transcend all of the others. Like I'm like Lord of the Rings, but also the only ones, as far as I know, to win Oscars of all those. But
those are just great
those
films.
movies are that's like sci-fi storytelling to another degree.
Yeah.
I feel like I can go back and rewatch. I do rewatch that trilogy a few times a year.
Really?
I love some of my favorite movies.
You know a trilogy that I like to go back and watch? Roots.
I don't. For me, it's not. It's just I'm like, look, man, I've tried, but for me, it's just not there.
Roots.
It's just not there.
It's
not really cinema to me.
Anyway, what's the best practical joke someone's played on you, or that you've played on someone else?
When I was a kid, my dad dressed up as Bigfoot when we were on a camping trip in a head-to-toe Bigfoot suit. And when I say kid, we were like 6. It was my brother and I and our 2 cousins.
Oh, no.
And he didn't tell anyone, didn't even tell our parents or our moms. And in the middle of the night, we were sitting by a campfire, and he was like, making noises, and we were all super scared. And my mom was like, I think we're actually in danger. And then he came out of like the woods, and it was so scary. My cousin threw up.
Oh my God.
So that was probably the best one I've ever been a victim of.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
It's a true story. Yeah.
He dressed up as Bigfoot and frightened the shit out of a bunch of kids.
And by the way, there's a great part of that story. I think he wrote about it in his book, but I'm not plugging his book. There's that he couldn't see out of the mask, so when he was trying to find our campsite, he stumbled into some random person's yard, because this is like up in Big Sur. And he was like, I actually think I was very close to getting shot, because like there was just you imagine it's the middle of the night and you see that in your backyard.
Oh yeah, I'm putting a bullet in it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That is really scary.
I'm like almost wonder what would be crazier to think I'm seeing Bigfoot as this random person, or for your dad to take off the mask and for me to see Rob Lowe as Bigfoot in my backyard.
Yeah,
and I just shot him.
What's more seminal? Yeah, murdering Bigfoot, or you murdered Rob Lowe in a Bigfoot costume?
Yeah.
Also, like, man, if his obviously I don't know, but if his Wikipedia cause of death was he got shot while dressed as Bigfoot, like
Doing
no
what
one
he
would
loved.
believe that.
Yeah.
Died doing what he loved.
They'd be like, man, what's the
You never pranked anyone?
Yeah, all the time.
Say it.
Good.
That was a question.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a prank. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm admitting this one. My uncle used to terrorize us as a kid, right?
And that's our time.
No, no. When I was a kid, my uncle, we used to live at my grandma's house, and my uncle was so annoying, and I love him to death. I love him to death. But when I was a kid, he just terrorized us. He would always just fart in a room with us and then close the door. Or he had these long dreads and he would intentionally shake shit out of his hair at the dinner table while we were he would do stuff like that. Yeah. And I remember one time I was so fed up with him that he was making chicken on the stove, right? And I took Palmolive dish soap and squirted it inside of his pan with chicken. And I just remember him coming back, coming out of the kitchen, tripping, screaming, somebody done something to my chicken. Lamorne, why you do it to my chicken? And just real pissed off. And I was I didn't think this through. I've been found out. I don't remember what my punishment was, but I put soap in his chicken grease.
Chicken.
Okay.
That was a bad one.
It feels hateful.
I was 7. I want to say I was 7. So yeah, it was
5 years ago.
If you're watching, I'm sorry.
Damn, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. But that's not. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. Some less. I would go to my friends' houses and if I'm in their rooms, I might snoop their stuff. If I saw condoms, I'd poke holes in them. You know what I'm saying?
But that's funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's just funny, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's how one I've been doing that forever. Yeah. Sometimes I do it to myself.
You're not wearing a condom. You're just wearing a cock ring.
Can you imagine poking a hole in your own condom?
Ooh, she gonna get it tonight.
Yeah, that eel is gonna be pissed.
I'm about to start a family. And she don't even know it.
You got a last question?
I got a last question, and I want to get into this game at the end. What's a childhood game like kickball or tetherball that you think you could win a medal in if it was an Olympic sport?
Oh, wow. Could I win a medal in?
Fuck.
I would say throwing rocks at cars.
We
used to do that as kids.
Yeah.
And it's something else I'm admitting to.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Where we lived, there was this overpass. And we were so damn bad, man. Because listen, my mom was working all the time. And so we would go outside. We would sneak outside and just get rowdy. And there was this overpass and over the freeway. And we would just stand back with a handful of rocks and just whip rocks onto the freeway. And at the time, we didn't know if as I look back now, I go, man, I could have killed somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any, but one time a guy did chase us.
Oh.
A guy, because we were throwing rocks and then we would play basketball in the alley. Some guy pulls up in some purple car, gets out, said he had a gun on him.
Oh.
And said he was going to shoot the motherfucker that threw rocks at his car. And we were all just we don't know about no rocks. We just playing basketball. He's all right, kick that shit up.
Yeah. Ooh.
Kick that shit up. I'm going to kill you motherfuckers.
Oh.
We were literally 5 or 6. 7 or some shit. Maybe 13. I don't know.
There's
I might have been 20.
The pivot from that to him being probably handball.
I actually think I would be good at handball because I have a crazy wingspan, and that's vital for.
I don't think it's
No, you don't.
Yes,
Kyle
I do.
also thinks he can beat Floyd Mayweather in a fight.
Explain yourself.
So not in a boxing match.
It's a fight.
You
have a gun and he's there or something.
He's
so
sleeping.
what's so funny? I was just talking to probably future UFC Hall of Famer Uriah Hall, and he agreed with me.
Name dropper.
No, he didn't. He didn't agree with him.
Yes, he literally did.
No, he didn't.
He's agreed with me multiple times.
And then he met you and then said, he goes, I got to give it to Mayweather.
Lies.
He did.
Wait, what? So in what?
Because he has
circumstance are
no
you winning?
ground game. If do you watch MMA or anything
Yeah.
like that? So Mayweather has no ground game.
Do you do jujitsu?
I did jujitsu and wrestled for a while. Yeah.
How long?
In high school.
High school
12 years old, he
wrestling,
was 12.
high school wrestling, and 5 years of jiu-jitsu.
At what age jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu was
Yeah.
all the way high school into my first year of college.
Lies. You told this story before college. Jiu-jitsu was like age 7 to 12.
No, I did judo to begin with, which is different than jiu-jitsu. My
Question.
dad wanted me to get jiu-jitsu, but we didn't have it in our town. I did judo first.
Do you still roll?
No. But Uriah Hall also said he's down to take us and do some training, which I would love to take him up on that offer.
Would you want to train with us?
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, me too. I got weak wrists.
So like, what do we do? We gotta,
Yeah, we're actors.
there's shit to do.
We're Hollywood actors. We're Hollywood stars. We can't go over there and get beat up. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen to our faces?
He might win an Emmy.
Yeah, I'm praying that I do. Okay,
We got a game to play.
We have a game to play, and then we're gonna let you go.
Yeah. I don't have my glass, so you got to lead the game, Lamorne.
I will gladly lead the game. Do you want me? You guys want me to pull it up, or you have it right here? Okay. Okay, so we're playing a little game that we like to play called Two Truths and a Lie. This
Okay.
time, it's the Olympics edition
Amazing.
in honor of the 2024 games going on in France.
Yeah.
So,
And we're all on the same team. We're on the same team here.
Okay.
we're going to read you a series of events. Okay, so 2 of these forgotten Olympic events were real, and 1 is completely made up. You have to spot the lie.
Great.
2 were real, 1's made up. Number 1, naked oil wrestling, 1880 to 1884. Only took place at 2 Olympic Games, not because of the nudity, but because the oil made it impossible to score a point or pin your opponent.
I need to see all the options.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to that one. Sounds, I don't know. Live pigeon shooting, 1900. Only took place at 1 Olympic Games because the outrage and protest at using live birds for target practice. I don't know if I believe they were protesting for birds in early 1900s.
I don't know either. I was just thinking
I
the
feel
same
like that
thing.
one's real.
Tug of war, 1900 to 1920. Usually won by British or Scandinavian teams, but in 1904, the pullers of the Milwaukee Athletic Club won it for the US of A.
They were pulling back then.
Oh, yeah. They were out there pulling hard, bro. The pullers.
Tug of war seems the most plausible.
Yeah, I feel like that is a real thing, going back to Greek and Roman times and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, tug of war seems legit. However, when they put US of A in there, it makes me feel like one of these motherfuckers made it up.
And what was it called? The Milwaukee
It would
what?
be USA, the Milwaukee Pullers. No, the Pullers of the Milwaukee Athletic Club.
That sounds legit.
I don't know. Well,
I don't know. I just it's so hard to tell.
And
with
what was
these
the
two.
first one again? What was the
naked
first
oil
one?
wrestling. Here's my take on naked oil wrestling. I think it was a thing because it stands out so much among in these 3 as the clear, obvious lie that I don't.
It's a
think
reverse thing.
It's
you're
a
saying.
reverse thing.
Ah,
So I think that that's real. And I actually kind of agree with Lamorne that I don't think they would have given one fuck about pigeons in 1900.
Yeah, I'm like, I just think
They didn't care about humans.
they didn't care about women. You could say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think the tug of war is the most likely to be an event, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that one's a lie.
That the Milwaukee Pullers are fake. Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Well, do we all have to agree?
Well, we have
The
to.
way we like to do it is we usually will agree on eliminating one, and hope that we're right. So then we
Okay.
narrow it down
Great.
to 2.
So should we do we all think naked oil wrestling could be a real thing?
I think it could be a real thing.
Yeah, read it to me one more time. Sorry.
Only took place at 2 Olympic Games, not because of the nudity, but because the oil made it impossible to score a point or pin your opponent.
And what was the year?
1880 to 1884.
What year did the Olympics start?
Oh, that Olympics have been going on since.
Forever.
I think this one right because let's be real. A lot of the Greeks and Romans and stuff,
Yeah, they love lathering up.
they were gay. They did a lot of stuff with dudes.
Yeah.
And wrestling was like the first sport. So I have a feeling that one is real.
Throw a little oil on your
I
stomach.
do too. I think that's a
Yeah.
true one.
So you guys want to submit that as being true?
Let's submit number 1 as
Yeah.
being true.
We will submit one as being true.
What? That's the lie?
Fuck.
We fucked this one completely. Usually it takes a while. We fucking Johnny.
Yeah, you were the leader on that one,
I'm
dude.
so happy that we nailed it on the first one. That's so fun.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's so easy to not
So-
fuck something like this up.
Shooting pigeons was real, and then the tug of war one was real.
I guess here's what you guys did just now.
I
Here's
knew
what
it
you did
was
just now, because you
I
usually
knew tug of
fucking
war
flip
was
it.
real.
It was the most obvious one, and that's usually not the answer. Do you guys? Okay.
They're smarter than us.
Yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't make sense for you to be butt naked or lathering up for an Olympic event. I guess
I feel like you could definitely still win. It makes it impossible to score a point. Like I don't think it changes that much.
because I've done it. That's the misconception about wrestling is that usually like the sweat acts as an oil lubricant anyway. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch Ricky the Dragon Steamboat go at it with Coco Beware? WWE shit. That's way before your time.
Yeah, that was sounded like porn.
Okay, Bret the Hitman Hart versus
legend.
Razor Ramon. No.
No, try one more.
Oh my God, Dwayne the Rock Johnson versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, there
Stone
we
Cold
go.
cracking those.
I also love that video. It went viral a couple years ago where it was like the kid who heard his mom like fucking in her room.
Oh yeah.
And she was trying to say that she wasn't. And he was like, yeah, I heard you wrestling in there. I heard you going, and the mom's like dying. And he goes on for 5 minutes. Just like, you were making the,
Before we let you go, I think it's very important that we let the fans know that streaming everywhere right now on Netflix.
Yeah.
Unstable. Season 2 on Netflix. Please go watch it. If you like Lamorne, the more you watch that show, the more likely he is to win the Emmy.
That's right. And
That's how it works.
I want to win it.
So we need you to go watch that show. No, but it's funny. It's fun. Lamorne is incredible on it.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
And,
The cast is insane. Everybody's a home run hitter on this cast. Everybody does a great job. The crew, the directors, the showrunner. I mean, it's like the writers, top to bottom. It's such a great experience. And I got lucky shooting it because it was right down the street from my house.
yeah, it
And
was like summer camp.
It was. It really felt that way. And we shot in the summer, right? Like the spring.
Fall?
Was it?
Winter?
Was it winter?
It was like
It was
One
hot
of the
outside.
November,
seasons?
December, January.
It was warm outside.
But you know what? I like that you thought it was summer because that tells me that you actually did have fun.
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
Also, you came from doing Fargo, which is like,
Never mind. That's probably why I just felt.
yeah.
it was chilly out there.
But yes, please go check out Unstable Season 2 on Netflix and go check out.
No.
Oh, their socials?
Socials.
Where can they find you?
Johnny Lowe on Instagram, and I think that's what my Twitter is.
Much love, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Morning After. I'm Lamorne Morris. That's Kyle Shevrin.
Like, subscribe, hit the buttons, and do
Johnny
the things.
Lowe, everybody.
Wee.